ready for bed. I'm kind of tired, but not really that tired. Let me put this bad boy right here. Look at that. That is Mr. Yumi Caruso. That is our corgi. He's getting old. He is our Pembroke Welsh corgi. Yumi. If I say, he's got a couple trigger words. Food. Food. Yeah, good boy. Good boy. Uh-oh. Yeah. He's corgi boy. Yeah, he's a good boy. Don't let you sleep until like when? You going to bed now? You gonna fall asleep with your mouth open? I can't do anything anyway. My legs numb. So I had my first epidural pain block outpatient surgery today, and I'm going to show how they do it here in a minute. But they basically give me local anesthesia in my back, clean my back up, lay me on my belly, and they stuck this long ass needle in between L4 and L5 and jacked that up with medicine. It hurt like a son of a bitch. And I was afraid of flinching. I know the bad things that can happen with that. And they did it this morning. And my leg is still numb and my toes are kind of numb. And they said that could go away after 3 days. One of the worst things about it, though, is you can't tell when you have to pee. You don't feel that urge. So you have to kind of just go on a whim and hope for the best. But I'll show it. Let me show it here. Let me get logged into this. It still hurts. But it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Okay, let me share my screen again. Share my screen real quick. Put the doggy back over there. Oh. And it's making me I got a headache from it really bad. Yeah. Let's see here. So I have another surgery on the 27th. But this one is this is how they do the procedure for the lumbar spondylosis with radiculopathy, which means it's ridiculous. Which it means it hurts all the time. It's chronic stenosis, upside stenosis. And this is what they gave me. The lumbar epidural steroid injection with fluoroscopy. The fluoroscopy is just it's a medical imaging thing that shows him right exactly where to target, where to get it. Because if you're messing with somebody's spinal column, you can't miss. There's been cases of people becoming paralyzed from this or never regaining feeling back in one of their legs. So it says, the patient was brought back into the special procedure room and hooked up to the Holter monitor on pulse oximetry and the blood pressure cuff. Stable. They gave me something beforehand. There was a critical pause and timeout. I think what he means there is when he first went in, he touched something, man, and it lit me up from all the way up to my neck and to the back, and I flinched and I breathed out. So he stopped there for a minute, and he just waited for me to get in a better position. Sterilized, draped, and orthopedic, blah, 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 focus, blah, 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 blah. After good 25 gauge half-inch needle. That sounds horrible, but actually this one was bigger that they had to go back in there with. And I felt it. I'm going to look this up what this Tahui means. This is where the L4 is actually slipped down on to the L5. It's rubbing bone on bone. That's why I'm getting so much pain. So that's what it showed. there, and then if I go back, this is he's a sports medicine pain management specialist doctor. Let me see, discharge instructions. The discharge was kind of funny. I did have a little bit of a temperature. I do feel a little bit of nausea. I do have the headache. I haven't got the back pain yet. Now, if this numbness doesn't go away after tomorrow, the weakness and the numbness in my legs, then I got to get back with them. Incontinence of the bladder or bowel that lasts longer than the numbness. What that means is our bodies let us know when we have to go pee or we have to do something else. Our bodies let us know. And now I if I sit too long, I'll just go. Can't feel it. So I learned right away that, hey, what's going on? And I have to go. So that's kind of crazy, but that's the way they do it. But I got that today. I've been trying to stay away from the drama and all that because I've got too much of this. Too much of this going on. I got one more surgery and then another epidural. They're going to do it real quick in January. Now, if the epidurals don't work, which a lot of times they don't work, I'm going to stop sharing this. Put the doggy right there. A lot of times the epidural doesn't work. A lot of times it causes more complications. I won't know. They said within 3 days I'll start to feel something. It takes 3 or 4 weeks for it to actually work, but they'll know something more in 3 or 4 days. So I guess they're waiting to see if something bad is going to happen right now. But I have to stop using my cane as much, and I'm writing a pain journal down now, so they're going to pinpoint when the pain comes out. But if anybody's had an epidural before, for the pain block, the epidural for the pain block, it's totally different than the one that they give you from pregnancy. But please, leave your comments down there. What I should expect? Will it work? What do you know? What do you know about that? Also, if I've focused on the true crime case, the Darla Routier case. You can follow Fugate 1982 on TikTok. That is Danelle. And that's Darla Routier's younger sister who's speaking up for her. And I'm either rebutting or debating with her we're trying to do this civilly. I actually like Danelle. And I understand that she was raised in this. And I understand that she can become frustrated. I understand this, but I like Danelle. But I'm not going to kiss anybody's ass when it comes to this case. I wouldn't want to be in her position, and I'm not. But I wouldn't want to be. I wouldn't stand up for somebody that I knew was guilty, and I don't believe she knows Darlie's guilty. I don't believe she knows that. I don't think she's trying to cover it. But I encourage people to follow Fugate 1982 on TikTok, and I'll be responding to her there on my YouTubes, and I'm gonna do this without fighting with anybody. And I'm smart enough to know that me and Tracy cannot talk about this case. So I'm not going to do that. We came a long way. And see, the Darlie supporters get so passionate and so angry. And sometimes they're without reason. And I'm not going to do that. So I'm doing the right thing. And I'm just going to, I watch Tracy, but I don't have her commenting over here. That's temporary. Because I don't want to get into an argument with her. And I go over there and I watch her. And let's move off the Darlie thing. And, okay, Randy and Wendy. Wendy V's going off at Randy, and a lot of it is absolutely true. But the thing of it is, we know what it is when we go over there. You don't get no surprises when it comes to Randy and Wendy. We already know all this. We already know what they do and how they operate. They're here for the drama. This is the drama community, and they're like up in the top 3 of our drama community. So they're gonna have drama. I mean, you can't walk into a bar and complain because everybody's drinking. This is what they do. If you want no part of it, then stay away from it. Because they're not going to change what they do. They're not. And you're not going to, you might draw some revenue off of them, but they know all these little tricks, all these little gaslighting, all this little playing symmetrics. They know all them tricks, and they're very convincing. Not to me. I don't hate them, but I'm not fucking with them. I know what they're up to over there. I know what they're about. And Diane brought Sin on, and Sin was saying this and that. And I'm going to stick up for Randy and Wendy a little bit right here. Sin was saying that Randy made this call, Randy did this, but there was absolutely no receipts. I don't believe a damn thing Sin says. I believe if Randy and Wendy just wanted to get rid of her, they'd tell her to fuck off. They wouldn't make up anything. But it was interesting that Diane brought her up on the channel. Drama community needs to speak about drama. So she did that. I got no shade with Diane. You won't hear me bitching about Diane. You won't hear me complain about Diane anymore unless there's something different that comes on. But about that St. Jude thing, all right, we know what it was. We spoke our minds. She suffered it out. She's back. And she's going to stay back. We know what she did. I don't have any. But, someone like Diane might want to tread lightly, though, if they want to call me out for something. We've always got that. Diane gave us that, the St. Jude thing. I'll be even willing. I wouldn't mind going to her chat and just forgetting that the whole thing happened, unless, because Diane, you can't point fingers at people anymore. You can't do that anymore. You can't. You just can't do that anymore. But I'm glad to see her back. There needs to be a little bit of drama, and I think it was good drama-wise for Diane to bring Sin up on her panel. Just because people were wondering what happened. But, in my opinion is this, as I listened to that live, I listened to Sin, I had a little bit of empathy for her, but not much. She said, well, I was Randy's bulldog, so whenever somebody was getting at her, I'd get at them, and that's exactly what she did. She came into my chat and tried to get at me. Okay, that's fine. After I listened to the whole thing, my consensus was this. She kept saying, I loved Randy. I cared about Randy and Wendy. I loved them. But at the same time, you were trying to convince them that you dated a rock star in order to make yourself look like something you weren't. So if they're calling you all these trolls, and you've already proved that you'll troll in real life by claiming to your friends that you dated Joe Elliott, you are trying to make yourself look like something that you're not, and that's exactly what trolls do. So as far as them calling her out, and as far as them, I stand with Randy and Wendy. They don't need me to stand for them. But no, and I honestly believe they just wanted to get rid of her. Randy will tell you she don't care. If I go over to her chat and I start chatting right now, she might not. I don't know if she wants me over there or not. I really don't know. But if she didn't, she'd tell me to get the fuck out of here. She wouldn't make up some kind of story. She wouldn't do this and that. Randy has no problem with telling somebody fuck off. If you remember right, when Wendy upset her by having Sin up there, you remember what she said? Don't fuck with me. And I believe it. Randy's here. Randy is here to provide drama content and collect drama money. That's the bottom line. Do you think she's going to let your opinion or whatever you've done to her get in the way of her collecting money from her loyal subs? You're fucking wrong. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. And hello, Starlight. I'm sitting over here listening to you call Tracy, you old crusty, raggedy old bitch. I'm just listening to you harass. You need to follow the terms of YouTube. Harassing and bullying can get you reported. And it did. Nothing. I'm just chit-chatting. So, I encourage people that care for Tracy like I do. And she can be mad at me if she wants. I don't care. I'm not going to play into that. That's how much I care about her. I think Tracy's one of the A1, one of the best that we got about around here for realistic shit. I like Tracy. I would kick it with her any day, but I'm not going to talk about Darlie with her. Period. I'm not going to be mad at her. But for them, for Hello Starlight to just keep on picking and picking and picking at her, and call her all those nasty ass names, would your mama be proud? She is good, people. She's mad at me right now over this case. And so I learned a long time ago that when you're fighting with somebody on YouTube, and I learned the hard way, if you have a disagreement with somebody and they say, take my wrench, and you don't. So I took a wrench, only because she said so. But I know and I'll give it back to her eventually. But I know in the past I've gotten into it with people and I didn't take the wrench and they start deleting my subs. I'm not saying that Truth would do that. You just never know when somebody's pissed off enough. But I'm not going to. I learned that a long time ago. I gave her a wrench over here because people would pick at her all the time, and I wanted her to be able to come to my chat without having to listen to the bullshit. And if she saw a comment that she didn't like, she could delete it. That's why I did that. And yeah, if it wasn't for the Darlie Routier case, in all honesty, if me and Tracy were on the same side of Darlie, I think her and I have been really good friends. You can't get your phone replaced till after Christmas because everything's closed. BlackRock, you can get you a Google number. I've had the same Google phone number for 20 years. Ain't never paid a bill. Call everywhere free. You can look up Google Voice and see if you get you a number real quick. I don't know if you got one or not. I've never spoke to you outside of this. But at the beginning of the new year, you know, I'm still going to comment on drama type of stuff, but I'm not going to be in it unless somebody, you know, is dragging me or something like that. Well, I'm not going to be in it like that. I wish something could be done about Starlight being able to harass the hell out of Tracy and getting away with it. You know, you got to watch. Yep. You got to watch even now. I got this thing pop up from YouTube the other day. It says the comment you left has been removed, and if you keep doing this, you could lose your channel. And they don't even tell you to comment. And I haven't wrote nasty comments for a long time, so it could have been something simple like, "Oh, don't be a dumbass." That's harassment and bullying. So when you're calling somebody an old ass bitch on here and stuff like that, if somebody gets in under your YouTube and they tag that and report you, then you know, maybe you'll stop calling her that. Hello, Starlight, why don't you leave her the fuck alone? Leave her alone. I love how you say, I'm not going to respond to you while you're fucking responding to her. Just leave her alone. Hello, Starlight. Now, see, if I would have kept on going back and forth with Tracy on this Darlie thing, we'd been right back to square one. So we have to learn how to, you know, because I'm not going to pick. I'm not going to respond to none of that with Tracy. None. I like her too. And I wish I was fucking loaded and could do something for her, but I can't. I can't do anything. When people help me out, usually I try to pay things back. I'm in no position to do that right now. They knew that ahead of time. But the community did help me out, get through it. I'm still struggling. I'm looking for ways to get my credit paid off and just draw a huge loan that'll carry me. And paying the loan back will be cheaper than what I'm paying for my property taxes. So I'll do it like that. But I just wanted to pop on, and you know, the main thing is about the epidural. If anybody's ever had the pain block, you know, get up under my comments and let me know what to expect, how that was. I got to get up and stretch. I would show the procedure. Maybe I'll do that some other time. But if I'm not back on here before Christmas, I hope everybody has a happy holiday season, a Merry Christmas. And just do yourself a favor as a gift on Christmas. Don't come on YouTube Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Give yourself a gift of staying away from social media for those 2 days and enjoy it, the holiday. Unless you want to take a couple, but see, if you take a couple pictures or something like that, you're gonna be right back to it. But I think a gift that someone can give to themselves is just to stay away from social media on the 24th and the 25th. You give it to yourself. I'm gonna try to do it. I'm gonna be kind of busy anyway, but I'm gonna try to do that. Social media is, I thought that YouTube was fun there for a while to fight and bicker and argue, and I thought it was cool there. But you know what? We're just killing ourselves, arguing about things that don't matter, people that don't matter. Does somebody's opinion on me behind the screen? It used to bother me, but it don't now. I'm like, I could care less. Really, I want to focus on having a channel that's good, or like a Dear Abby channel, an advice channel where there is absolutely no drama. If drama, and Republican Ash, she God bless her, she wants to stay away from the drama and all that. Yeah, there with your house cat. She wants to get away from the drama, and she is preaching to us really, really well about staying away from the drama. Yeah, I see her in streams that are drama channels. And I see her addressing people that aren't worth her addressing. And because I like Ash too. But if you want to stay away from the drama, that means stay away from the drama. You have to cut off all ties. That means nobody from the drama community to be in your chat. And you won't be in their chats. Stay away from it. So I'll Republican ask you, if you're hearing me, if you want to come on YouTube and listen to something good, right? Look for old sermons from Dr. Paul Stanley. Dr. Paul Stanley. Remember that name. He's a preacher. Go on and listen to some of his stuff. He really gets it across. But, I love you, and I'm just staying away. I'm just staying away from over there, and I'm trying not to be too sarcastic with you. And I want you to keep your eye on the sparrow. Remember, each and every person that you are judging, Republican Ash, is also God's child. Y'all have a good night. Peace and chicken grease, y'all. Merry Christmas. Everybody always says, man, Christmas is just around the corner. And I say, no, it's not. It's down the hallway, last door on your left. I always forget where I put that. Have a good night. Southern Mexico. Wait a minute. Oh, you don't want to travel. Oh, and I put that thing up. I put that video up of Kaz saying what he said, and I've had that clip for a long time, and I was going to pick with him about that clip, but he comes into my chat, and he talks. Why? Why would I pick? I just wanted people to know that he said that. That's all. Why would I pick with Kaz? Why? Oh, you said this about me. He don't know my wife. But that was just me practicing restraint. Because that's one thing I don't like when somebody talks about my wife. But he don't know her. And yeah, I was over in German ladies chat. And it seemed to me like I just hadn't been on for a while. So I just popped over there. And I know a lot of people don't like her. And that's okay. Ross doesn't come to my chats anymore. I don't know why. Maybe he's just busy. But that's all right too. But I went over there, man, and she was laying it down on the Cosmic, and I bet it is. Cosmic and Ross. And I thought about saying something, but I'm aware that Ross and Cos, they know what's going on over there. But I thought about saying something about them putting their names out there. But, it's like, who the fuck am I? Ain't nobody gonna bother Cos or Ross. They could care less if their names are out there, but I don't know, man. I don't know. That used to be me doing shit like that. I didn't want to. I was uncomfortable. I like Germany. I just don't like when she does shit like that. But I was literally, when I popped in the chat and saw the names come up. Back in the day, I'd be copying it and looking, and I'm like, no, I didn't even. Hey, Blue Ladybug. Yeah, I didn't like that. I didn't care for that. But every channel that you go to, there's gonna be something about it you don't like. I didn't care for them to be. I remember when Ross Dog and them, they wanted to, when they first met me, they wanted to try and drag me and do their little Ross Dog show that they have where they bring somebody up and fuck with him. And he said that he had all of my information right there, which was fine. I'm not scared if anybody knows my information. He said, yeah, people kept sending him all his information, and he didn't use it. But one thing I know about Ross that I know just from a little bit of talking to him a little bit, he had all that information. He could have put it up, right? But I think what meant more to him was the sorry motherfuckers that sent him the shit. He knows who they are, too. So I hope nothing happens with Ross and Kaz. That's, we shouldn't be doing that. But will I go over to German Ladies Chats again? Yeah, I'll go over there. I'll go over there. It's funny. The way she drags. Yeah, there ain't crap on TV tonight. I binge watched 6 Feet Under. And I thought that series was kind of, when it first came on, I thought it was kind of weird because there was a whole lot of, no offense to nobody, but I'm a straight guy and I don't watch gay shows. I don't watch Queer Eye for the straight guy either. But I went back and watched 6 Feet Under, and it was great. It was a good show. And it was good. That was really good. I like the ending of it. So if you get a chance to see that, it was really good. Great acting in that. So, Kentucky's bowl game against Clemson on the 29th. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get some. I don't know if I'm I got so much time on my. I would rather have time on my hands and feel good. Check out a show called From. Yeah, I need to find another series to binge watch. And see, I got a rule of myself. If I start on season 1 of a series, any series, it could be anything. I did Chico and the Man not too long ago. I always finish it. I watched Chico and the Man a while back because I've always been infatuated with Freddie Prinze's life and how he got so famous so quick and how everybody was just gouging him and everybody was he did not like Hollywood. And the way that he committed suicide, the way that he did that, he wanted to end his life, but he also wanted to look out for his family. You need to look at that $2 million insurance that his family got. And this man Freddie Prinze literally pulled out a gun in front of his manager and shot himself in the head. And they ruled it accidental. Yeah, Jack Albertson was very funny. I remember him from Willy Wonka. There was a couple other crime shows that he was in. And Jack Albertson was tore up over Freddie Prinze's death. But if you go back and you look at that show, some of the people they had on there, Della Reese, Scatman Carruthers, they had a lot of important guests that would come in and out of there. That was acting. That was good stuff. It was like going to see a play on a stage with those. And I didn't like the way in season 3, after a certain episode, Chico's Padre. After Chico's Padre episode comes on, you just don't see Freddie Prinze anymore. No, he shot himself in the head. His wife kicked him out because he was having a problem with Quaaludes and cocaine once he got famous. And, he had Freddie Prinze Jr., but she kicked him out and wanted a separation, right? So she lived right across the street from the Beverly Wilshire Hotel. That's where they lived, in the apartment house that's right across the street from there. So she kicked him out, wanted a divorce. He moves across the street. But about 3 weeks before he died, he was driving his 1975 blue Corvette Stingray. Oh, I don't know. I'm sorry he's gone. But he got caught with a bunch of caught with a bunch of quaaludes, and he was. If you look at the all of season 3, he just lit up all the way through it. But he was an icon in comedy. He was one of the comedic tragedies that we had. There's only a few comedic tragedies, but the thing was, he graduated from high school, and he decided that he wanted to do a little stand-up comedy here and there to make some money. And after 6 months of doing stand-up comedy, Johnny Carson wanted him on his show. And when Freddie Prinze came on the Johnny Carson show, he killed it. Freddie Prinze was the first comedian that Johnny Carson waved him over to the couch to sit down with an interview. Seinfeld didn't even get waved over to the couch. And it's like Oprah. If you write a book and Oprah promotes it, you're famous, period. And he waved him over to the couch, and Freddie Prinze was famous right after that. Then he did the show. He guest hosted the show a couple times. Well, but I was just, and then I got stuck on the Freddie Prinze thing. But if you look at the way he committed, the way he did that, yeah. If you look at the way he did that in such a way that he could look out for his family. I mean, yeah, Rodney Dangerfield. Well, let me think about Rodney Dangerfield. What place? Was it the Comedy Store? No, that was Mimi Shore's place. Mimi Shore's, Pauly Shore's mother. Dangerfield's. Yeah. Yeah, Rodney Dangerfield, he didn't even start his career until he was in his 50s, his acting career. He sold vacuum cleaners. And he was funny. Oh, my parents, they took me to a dog show, and I won. I can't get no respect. Anyways, I'm out of here. It's good to see you, Blue Ladybug, Black Rock. I just wanted to shoot the crap for a little bit. I don't hardly go live anymore. I can't sit anymore. So I got to jump up off here because my back's killing me. But anybody with the epidural, any knowledge on epidural, let me know. Peace and chicken grease, y'all. Much love.